So this video basically explains the CMBE application process. Now there's going to be two parts to this video. The first bit is the sort of bit that you do with the local Kingston system to do with setting up your web pages so that that will smooth the process through. And then the second video details how to actually enter your details onto the CABS CMBE website. Now I'm going to assume that you've already checked the prerequisites on the CABS website to do with your eligibility criteria. If you go to that URL, you can see what the criteria are, which is in terms of a teaching qualification, a certain number of years teaching in a higher education establishment, continuity to service, things like that. So once you're sure that you've got the eligibility, then what you can do is you can go forward with making your application. Now, to do that, it's a good idea just to get some bits and pieces together beforehand. You'll need your teaching qualification and the year that you got that teaching qualification. That's quite useful. The URL of your Kingston University webpage, and one of the things that you will have to supply is a sort of short paragraph explaining what your CPD needs will be for the next 12 months. So it's quite useful just to sort of tap that into a Word document or a text document. Just 4-6 sentences, quite brief, exploring what your CPD needs will be. And what you'll do later on in the process is you'll copy and paste that into the website. So, two parts to this then. Editing your Kingston University web staff profile and then submitting your application to the CABS website. So we're going to deal with that first one here, editing your KU web staff profile. Now there's a link to this in the Canvas website, or you can type this URL in. You go to www.kingston.ac.uk/profiles, and what you'll have to do is log in, and that will enable you to sort of have edit rights to your profile on the main Kingston University webpage. And what you're going to do is you're going to add in your qualifications and how long you worked in HE. Now, the way that you do this is there'll be some text there already that you've probably already supplied, or just add in a sentence somewhere, preferably towards the top, that basically says how long you've been working at Kingston Business School for. So you can say something like, I joined Kingston Business School in year such and such. Now, if you joined Kingston recently, then what's important is that you can sort of show that continuity of teaching service. So you could say something like, I joined Kingston Business School in, or at this time, after working at some other place for a certain number of years. And what will happen is, during when you've applied, the people who are checking the application, they'll simply look at your web page and they'll see that and they'll be able to tick off that you've got that criteria. So you edit this sort of qualitative biography. The second part of this is to actually just go in and add your qualifications, whatever they are, teaching qualifications, or membership or a fellowship or a senior fellowship of the HEA. You might have an alternative qualification, PGCE or Master of Education, or whatever it is that you've got. You just add them into this list. If you've got an overseas teaching qualification or accreditation, it may take CABS a little bit longer to review what you've submitted, but it has to be in here anyway. Now, what's important is what you put here will have to match what you put in your application later on. And that's basically part one. So you're just going to go in, edit your profile, add a little bit of language, make sure that you've got your qualifications on your KU web staff profile, and then once you've saved all that and just check it to make sure that it's visible, you can then move to the CABS website and make your application there, which is in the next video.